Alright guys, welcome back. Scotty's Backyard Barbecue. We're barbecuing the way of life, folks. Down here on the table I got two huge boneless, skinless turkey breasts. We're going to dry brine one and wet brine the other. We're going to let them sit for about 6 hours. And we're going to take them outside, put them on the old Weber smoke fire, cook them up, taste them out, see how they come out. Alright, enough talking. Let's get down to it. Alright guys, there they are. One's a little bit larger than the other. So we're going to do the big one for the dry brine, and the little guy we're going to put in this bag with the brine solution. Don't worry, I will have all the ingredients down there to show me. Try and make this video a little short. So I got everything prepared ahead of time. Alright, and here is the dry ingredients. Consists of, I don't know, a little baking powder, some salt, pepper, rosemary, thyme, sage, all the good stuff Thanksgiving smells like. Full ingredients down below, folks. We're going to cover this front and back, sides and everything. Look at this monster, folks. This was a fresh killed turkey, folks. It's not store-bought. Just come off a turkey down the road. We were just running around the yard the other day. Yeah, let's see how we did on the sides. We'll get the sides really good. We'll wrap this one up in some saran wrap. We'll get every little stinky stitchy. Alright, it smells like Thanksgiving right now, folks. Alright, now this one we'll stick in this bag. We get the bag open. Alright. These weigh about 6 pounds a piece, folks. 5 to 6 pounds a piece. I ain't kidding you. We're gonna dump this brine right in here. Now the same ingredients that I put on here are in here, minus the baking soda, or the baking powder, I mean. Alright, we'll get this sealed up. Alright, we'll seal all this up. We'll wrap this one up in saran wrap, and we'll be right back in 6 hours, folks. See you back here in 6 hours. Alright guys, there they are. We got the wet brine and the dry brine. I got the Weber smoke fire up to 300 degrees. It is about 12 degrees outside. Let me get this out of the brine, out of the wrapper. We're going to season this up with something, I don't know yet. We'll find out in a minute. And we're just going to leave that one alone. We'll unwrap it, let it come up. Alright, we'll be right back, folks. Right here is the dry brine. The wet brine, I put a little of this hardcore poultry seasoning on it. We're going to go outside, get the Weber smoke fire up to 300 degrees. I'll meet you outside in the cold, folks. Hang on, we'll be right back. Alright guys. In goes the wet brine. Dry brine. Very cold out here, folks. We'll check back in about 2 hours, see what they're looking like. Hi folks, it's very cold in the backyard. Very cold and very snowy. 15 degrees out here today, folks. We'll be back, check out these turkey breasts in a couple hours. Right? See what they're looking like. Whoa, they're looking pretty good, folks. They'll dry it out, nice little bark on that one. That's the wet brine, the dry brine. We're about 140 degrees, folks. We're going to pull them out at 155, cover them, let them rest, and I'll meet you guys right back in the house. Alright guys, here they are. They've been resting. They hit 160 degrees. I pulled them off, let them rest. 15 minutes, and here we are. This is the dry brine one. This dry brine smells amazing, folks. I'll leave a link to Tommy at the Gallery Backyard Barbecue. He does a dry brine whole turkey. If you're wondering if the dry brine method will work on a whole turkey, I'll leave that link down below. This is the wet brine turkey. If you want to wet brine a turkey, I'll leave a link to my turkey video that shows you how to wet brine a turkey. Both smell amazing, folks. Alright, let's cut them open, see what they taste like. Alright, this is the dry brine. This one I rubbed down, if I didn't tell you earlier, with Hardcore Poultry. Alright, let's do it right out of the middle, folks. That one's pretty juicy, folks. That's just a dry brine. Gotta hand it to it. That dry brine, you know, dry brine's an old method of doing stuff. You ever been in a restaurant business? They dry brine everything. Poultry, chicken breast, steaks, everything gets dry drined the night before. Alright. Let's do the wet brine. Right out of the middle. Now this one's really juicy. Yeah. They're both very juicy. So let's get these out of the way, these big pieces. And we'll do a little taste test. Alright. Dry brine, wet brine. I'm going to take it right out of the middle. I want that to taste the middle of the turkey. See if all the seasoning has made it to the center. Alright, of course it's going to be on the outside. I want to know if all them spices made it to the center for flavor. Not just the outside. Not everybody eats just the outside of the turkey. They're both just as juicy, so I gotta give an even score on juiciness. The dry brine turkey is very juicy. Alright, I'm gonna bring you up. Dry brine. Very juicy, very flavorful. I am picking up a little bit of the salt flavor, not so much of the spice flavor. Very juicy though. That is a good bird. That dry brine is a good way to go. It's starting to make a comeback now. Alright. Now the wet brine. They're both just as juicy, so even playing field there. Wow, that could be a little bit more juicier. It's dripping out of my hand. The wet brine. Wet brine, I am tasting all the flavors from the spices that sucked right into the bird, drawed it in. Now remember, I only brine these for 6 hours, not overnight. So other than that, both good turkey. Alright, now let's do the outside, where all the spices are. Alright. With a Hardcore Carnival rub. We got the rub on this one. And the spices on here. I'll have the full recipe down in the show me, folks, if you want to try these out. Now the outside of the turkey is delicious. You can taste all the spices, the thyme, the savory, the rosemary, all that stuff good. Now let's try this one. Gotta say, the outside of this one's a little bit tougher than the dry brine. I didn't spritz them or nothing, I just let them go. That's good flavor though. So my conclusion here is, they're both very good. But if you don't have the time or the space to do a wet brine, definitely go dry brine, folks. That's very delicious too. But if you got the space and the cooler, the wet brine, definitely do the wet brine because it sucks in all your flavors all the way to the center of your bird. Not just the top ½ inch or so. Alright, thanks for watching this comparison video, dry brine versus wet brine. Both juicy, both delicious, both good ways to make a turkey. Do make a turkey any way you want. Don't let anyone tell you how you should make a turkey. Choose one or the other. Alright, thanks for watching, folks. Scotty's Backyard Barbecue. Barbecuing's a way of life, folks.